Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It is Miss Tracy here of Miss Tracy Creates. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We love Fridays around here because that is the day that I have my craft and chats. And I didn't get to have one with you last week because I was in the midst of my move, but I am back today. I'm back today. I have a fun craft with you. And I'm going to be sharing a few techniques about working with glass. And I think they're going to be very, very helpful for you. Good morning. Good morning, Shanna. Hello, Jill. Hi, Susan. You guys, I am streaming right now onto my Facebook page at Miss Tracy Creates and also over onto my YouTube channel. So I just want to say hello to everybody that's watching. I see Kimberly's watching over on YouTube. Good morning. And Susan Lyles, let's welcome her. She is my wonderful team member that is in the chat today. So she's going to be helping out to help answer questions or post shopping links, anything like that, any information, anything that you need. She's going to be right there to help you guys out this morning. Good morning. I see Heather's watching on YouTube and Tina. Good morning. Let's see who's over here watching on Facebook. Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Elizabeth and Christine. Good morning, Sally. Good morning, Kate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I finally made the time to get my hair cut this week. I needed it so badly. So, yes, freshened up the hair, got a haircut, got my roots done, got some highlights in to help me start kind of masking some of the gray, the antique blonde highlights that are coming in. That's what I like to call them, antique blonde. Gray sounds so blah, right? Let's just call them antique blonde highlights. So good morning, everybody. Thank you for saying that. I really do appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Jill. Yes, this blue, my t-shirt today it's the new t-shirt from Cotton Chaos from their t-shirt club. So it says perfectly imperfect. And I love that phrase because I feel like that's true for all of us. We're all perfectly imperfect. That's what makes us unique, right? That's what makes us, right? It's what makes me, what makes you. So before we get going too much this morning, I want to go ahead. I'm actually going to start a giveaway today because I'm going to be featuring one of our value packs today. Did you guys know that we have napkin value packs? So the value pack I'm going to feature today is Lucky Me. It is the last day of February. So we're going to be approaching March after one more sleep. And so I thought it would be fun if we did kind of a lucky type theme project today. So I'm featuring the napkin value pack. We do these when we're retiring certain napkins and we're not going to have them any longer. So these are at a great price. Lucky number $7 for this little value pack. I think there's 10 napkins in it. But just know when these are gone, they're gone. Okay. These are napkins that are kind of being retired and taken out of inventory. So these value packs are at a great discount and super fun to work with. So if you need to do a little, if you do like to put out a few little things for St. Patty's Day, a few little lucky items here and there, this could be a great napkin pack for you. And today we're going to make some really cute containers. I think it would be really fun for me to show you a few tips about working with glass. Okay. So one of the containers I'm working with is just this little, it's like a little canister, right? Just like a little canister. I picked this up at Walmart. Very inexpensive. You can find little glass canisters like this everywhere. The other item is just a mason jar. And I started painting on this a little bit, but this is just a plain old mason jar like this, right? Just a regular old mason jar. This one is a short, but it's got a wide mouth. Okay. So if you're working with mason jars, I really like the wide mouth better because you get a flatter surface. because we are going to be playing with napkins. Okay. So what am I going to do with these two little cute containers? Well, I want to make my own little kind of pots of gold. I think candy is a fun thing to have out. So whether you're going to go with gold foil, these are Kisses with almonds. I love almonds. So maybe putting in some gold candy. So think a bit about this as kind of like that pot of gold. Maybe you could put it on your desk or in your kitchen area, just something kind of fun. I think the Rolos are cute too. These are Rolos covered in gold foil. So I think they're cute. They also, I don't know if they put them out yet, but sometimes they'll put out those chocolate coins, the little gold coins, the chocolate coins. So I think those would be really cute for these containers. Now, even though what I'm doing is kind of lucky themed, okay, lucky themed, the techniques I'm showing you would be great for anything, any season, any theme, anything. Okay. So working with glass can be a little bit tricky, but I'm going to hopefully share some good tips with you, whether you want to keep your glass clear or if you want to paint your glass. Okay, so one lucky commenter today is going to go home with this napkin value pack, okay, with the Lucky Me napkin value pack. So I'm going to come over here and get the start collecting the comments so we can do this live giveaway at the end of our craft and chat. And there we go. Okay, it's collecting comments right now. So you guys, you don't have to say anything specific, just any comment will throw your name into the drawing. Okay. All right, let's see if it's working here. I had a little trouble with this yesterday, so let me just make sure. All right, let's go back into it. Okay, yeah, it's collecting comments right now. All right, so you could be the lucky commenter today. All right, several really cute napkins in here, all kind of related to St. Patrick's Day. And I'm going to be working with a few of them on these projects. So the first thing I want to talk to you about, and I'll show these to you kind of as we're going along. The first thing I want to talk to you about, though, today is going to be painting glass. Okay, painting glass. So I am painting this mason jar. And one thing you need to know is that acrylic paint is not so great for glass. It's just not that great for glass. What is really nice for glass, though, is anything that is chalk or mineral based. So again, this is why I love to use the Country Chic paints, because they are just amazing. They will adhere to anything. Okay, they will adhere to anything. The other reason I like this for glass is these paints have a sealer built in. So I don't actually have to go back in and seal them if I don't want to. I can let them once they harden. It takes about 48 hours for them to cure, which is the hardening process, right? But if you wanted to go in and sand them, distress them, all the things you could, okay? I'm going to be napkinizing mine today. I'm going to be using actually this napkin. Let me show this to you. I think this one is so cute. This is one of the napkins in the bundle. Look at all the little shamrocks. So cute. And ladybugs. Did you know ladybugs are lucky as well? Yes, they are. So I just thought this one was so cute. So I'm actually using a portion of the napkin. And then I'm also, I already cut it here so I can show you. I cut the border because I think the border is so cute. So we're going to use the border on this one too. So we're going to use this one on a painted mason jar. Okay. And then I'm going to show you with this one, the canister. Sometimes we don't want to paint all of our glass. We don't necessarily want to paint it. I want to see that gold, right? That pot of gold, right? I want to see that gold wrapped candy coming through the glass. Okay, for this one. So it's just a way for me to show you two different ways to create really cute containers. You can put whatever you want to in them. You could plant things in them, store things in them. For me today, for our lucky theme, I'm going to be putting gold wrapped candy in them. Okay, so how's everybody feel about this? Are you excited to learn a little bit about working with glass? Yes. Yeah, these napkins aren't coming back. No, they're going away. Sometimes it's just time, you know. And like I said, we have them at a really great price for our lucky purchasers. Okay. All right. So let's talk paint first. Okay. Because I need to get another coat of paint on this so that it can be drying. I'm using Simplicity, which is the pure white. Okay, I'm using Simplicity. Now I'm going to show you the bottom of this jar because I want you to see that you have to build up paint when you're painting glass jars. Okay, so the bottom of this jar was my first coat. That is what a first coat will look like. It's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be really streaky and kind of sheer. But I would much rather add um, multiple coats than one big thick coat. It looks so much better. So this was my first pass, my first coat. Then when that dried, it is important to let each coat dry before you add the next coat, or it will try to pull away from the glass. Okay, so I usually use my heat tool to dry it before I put the next coat on. Okay, so first coat, second coat. Look at the second coat, much better, but still kind of streaky, right? Kind of streaky in places, but much, much better. So for me, if I'm painting glass, I like to do 3 coats. Okay. I like to do 3 coats, and I always, it's not even a like to, it's a have to. It's really important that you let the coat of paint dry before you put the next coat on. Otherwise, it tries to pull away from the glass. Okay. So our third coat is going to seal the deal. Okay. It's going to look great. And then I'm going to show you another mason jar that I painted that I went back in and sanded. It doesn't have any napkin art on it, but I just want to show you how cool it looks if you sand any embossing on them before the paint has totally cured. So even though paint is dry, it doesn't mean that it's cured. Okay, that doesn't mean that it's cured. Paint can be dry, but chalk and mineral paints generally take about 48 hours to cure. Curing is the hardening process. That's where the paint is hardening to the surface. Okay, it's hardening to the surface. I'm going to come around here and do a little bit on top. So once I have this third coat on, I'm golden. Okay, you can paint a little bit along the rim at the top. That's up to you. I don't paint the inside, just the outside. So for me, it's 3 coats. Okay. And again, just make sure you let each coat dry or use your heat tool. Remember, the glass will get a little hot, but use your heat tool so that you can dry between each layer. Okay. And it's going to look amazing. All right. Now I'm going to show you one that I have some of my markers, my glaze pens in. This one is painted yellow. Okay, this one's painted yellow, no napkin art on this one, but just want to show you, if you take a piece of sandpaper, a little sanding tool or some sandpaper, before it's completely hardened, you want to do this after the paint is dry, but not before it's completely hardened. It's a little harder to distress then, but, and I went in and I sanded over the embossing. So you see the ball jar, perfect mason. Look, I even kind of sanded over some of the little measurements here, the stuff that was on the back, just really, really cute. So painted jars are adorable. Painted jars are so cute. Even if you don't add napkin art to them, you can just use fun colors. This color is called Yellow Wellies, and it's super cute. Okay, so I want you to just know, really fun. Hang on to those mason jars. When you come across them, when you find them, ball jars, cur jars, any kind of jars, they are so cute. And jars just make such cute containers for us as crafters, right? As crafters, or in your office or in your kitchen or wherever, they're just really, it's really fun to use found things as containers. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and start drying this. And then we're going to kind of skip over to the other container. Okay, so that way this has a little bit more time to dry, but this is exactly what I would be doing. I would just be drying the paint Okay. Not going to sand on this one. I'm going to add napkin art to this one. I just wanted you to see how cute they look sanded though. Right? Aren't they cute? Let's see what Muriel's saying. That's the hardest part about crafting, waiting to let dry. I use a heat tool to dry because I want to get to the fun part. I do too. I think, Muriel, you're like me. I'm an impatient crafter. I'm always ready to get to the next step. So it's hard sometimes because I wanna keep going, but yeah, sometimes we have to be patient and let the paint dry. So I'm going to put this container over here, and I want to talk to you about not painting the whole thing. Okay. So this is just this is a container that I got at Walmart. It's just a little canister. It's a glass canister. You can see it's got the little seal on it. The little lid just goes down. But what if I don't want to paint? Okay. And I need something to, oh, okay. It's going to stay. I thought it might try to roll on me a little bit. But what if I don't want to paint? So this is another napkin that's in this bundle. And I was kind of thinking that I would go in here and just cut out this Lucky Shamrock. So I'm going to just kind of cut this part out to start. Yeah, I may not want to. Maybe I want my glass. Maybe I want to see through my glass. Okay. So this is the next little tip that I have for you. And I think I will go ahead and do both sides. I think I'll put a shamrock on both sides of my jar. So it looks cute both ways. There's some cute little gnomes in this value pack. Lots of cute shamrocks. A big ladybug. Some cute things. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this over here. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut away this excess paper. All right, I'm just going to kind of cut away the excess paper on the tissue. So basically, I'm cutting out the Lucky Shamrock. Okay, I'm going to cut out the Lucky Shamrock. And it's okay. You don't have to cut directly right on the line. It's okay if you have a little bit of the white showing. That's not a problem. So this is pretty opaque, meaning, you know, it's got a lot of saturated color here other than the white that says Lucky, the white word. So we have to kind of think about this. Do we want our word to stay white? Is it okay if it's a little bit clear? Actually, it'll look a little bit frosted. But what if I just want to put this on the jar? Okay, what if I just want to put this on the jar? Now, if it was a lighter color shamrock, okay, like a lighter color green, I would definitely want to paint underneath it, okay? Because if I paint underneath it, it's going to make sure those colors stay really pure, all right? This one, I don't know if I really have to paint underneath it because, like I said, anything that's white, it is going to get somewhat transparent. It's going to look a little frosted kind of on clear glass. So I could leave it. But I want to go ahead and show you how I would go about painting underneath this, just so you know. Okay. So your best friend when it comes to making registration marks or tracing things on glass is going to be a dry erase marker. Okay, this is the little dry erase marker that I have over by my desk over there with a whiteboard. Okay, so a dry erase marker is going to be great for this. Okay, so instead of me worrying that I'm going to get marker on my napkin, I'm going to take off the back ply here. Okay, I'm going to take off the back ply here. And I'm going to basically come in and I'm going to trace around. And I really don't care if I'm tracing it perfectly or not. I don't mind that I have a little bit of a white highlight around my napkin art. Okay, so dry erase marker. All right, let's see. How did we do? I think we did pretty good right there. All right, so using, whoops, I took some of it back off when I took the napkin off. Using a dry erase marker. Okay, so that is very handy because the dry erase marker, it's not like I can use my friction pen. I can't use that on glass, but I can use my dry erase marker. Now, if I was doing this on like a piece of glass going into a frame, I typically trace on the back side. I can't get my hand into this jar to trace on the back side, or a window. I've done windows before, right? A window pane. I'd be tracing sometimes on the back side to know where to paint. But again, you know, it's hard to get your hand inside a jar. So we're just going to operate off of the front. Okay. Now, if I paint this, okay, if I paint this, then that's going to keep all of these colors really pure. And it's also going to keep the Lucky and the Shamrock white, okay, really nice and white. So we're going to go back into our paint. And this doesn't have to be a super perfect, you know, paint job. We're going to go back into this. I'll do that part for the back later. All right, so I'm just going to start off with a smaller paintbrush here and just kind of, again, it's kind of like a coloring book, right? Remember, the dry erase is going to go away. We'll just wipe all that off. So first things first, I'm just kind of going in and swiping around. Okay, don't worry if you get outside your line a little bit. I don't want you to worry about that. You just want to get some paint down. So again, not exactly sure if this was completely necessary for this napkin, but for most napkins, it is necessary because they're just going to be too translucent. Whatever you put in the jar is going to look kind of weird coming through the napkin. So this is a great little nifty technique. So you know where to paint. And as I said, it doesn't really have to be a super pretty paint job because, you know, we're covering it with a napkin anyway, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and dry it. Yeah, you like this tip? Yes, dry erase marker. And if it has a thinner point on it, the better. You know, the real thick dry erase markers, I mean, you got to use what you have, but it is nice to have kind of a smaller tip for your dry erase marker, but it's really going to be helpful anytime you need to make registration marks on anything that's glass, ceramic, right, glazed, something that you can easily wipe it away and wipe it off of. And certain metals too, like a galvanized metal, I think it would work for that as well. Enamel, things like that. Okay. Well, now you know, Carrie. Thank you, Anita. That's so sweet of you. All right. Let's just see if that's dry enough. Okay, I think that's pretty dry. So I'm going to come back in. Again, I'm just going to do a quick second coat here. I don't think this one's going to need 3 coats because, again, it's going to be under the napkin. I would definitely do 3 coats if it was if the napkin was going, you know, if I was painting the glass fully, but we're not. 2 coats will be plenty. All right. Can y'all see this okay? Maybe I should change my screen up here. Hopefully y'all can see this okay. It's gonna be so cute. My little pot of gold. My little candy container. It'll be really cute. I'll probably take one of these home and use one of them at the shop. All right, when it comes time to actually get rid of the dry erase, we'll do that. I'm gonna let this paint set up just a little bit longer, okay? And I'm gonna come back over to our jar. So I'm just kind of staging, right? When you're working with multiple projects and surfaces, it's kind of good. While one thing is setting up or drying, we can be working on the other. Yeah, this feels good. All right, and it should feel nice and dry, right? Nice and dry. And again, if I wanted to sand it, this would be the stage that I would come in and I would sand it, okay? You don't have to put a sealer back on this unless you want to. There is a sealer built into the paint. So it just depends the kind of finish that you want, you know, the finish that you want to see. Okay, so let's lose the paint. Let's go ahead and put this away. Your heat tool for heat embossing work. Yes, that's exactly what a heat tool is. Heat tools were really originally meant for heat embossing, but we all use them as a you know, a dryer, as a let's get the paint dry. Yeah. Okay. So let's go back to this one. The first thing I want to do now is I want to put this cute little border strip on my mason jar. Okay. Now, another thing just to tell you is that I prefer when I'm adding napkin art to anything that is non-porous. Okay. So non-porous would definitely be glass, certain metals, glass, metals, plastic, enamels, you know, all of those things, ceramic or glazed things. I like to use the hard coat Mod Podge. Okay. The hard coat Mod Podge just to me is just so much better for our napkin art on slick surfaces that are non-porous. Okay. Even if they've been painted, I really like using the hard coat Mod Podge, which is the purple label. Okay. The purple label. The 2 Mod Podge types that I use the most in napkin art is the matte, which is the yellow label, the matte finish, which is the yellow label, and the hard coat, which is the purple label. Okay, just so you know. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to separate my napkin plies here. I think I got them both off at the same time I did. This one is a 3-ply, so it means we got to get both 2 plies off. All right, and let me grab a fresh brush here. And I'm going to pour a little bit of the hard coat into my little container here. And let's see, I think this is about the center. All right, so I'm going to start applying my hard coat. And I'm going to go all the way around. You're going to see it has a little bit different consistency than, it's a little thinner actually. It's a little thinner than regular Mod Podge. So I've gone around everything here. So I can get it to hold up. So I'm going to pretend like this is my center right here. I'm just going to pick a spot. And I'm going to wrap around. And look at this. The wide mouth jar, I just want you to see, is like the perfect width for this little border. So I'm going to cut off a little bit of the excess. I don't want too much excess. And then a little bit of Mod Podge where it kind of overlaps. Okay, I think everybody can see that. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my little plastic wrap sheets here. Okay, and I'm just going to start smoothing. Just really smoothing this down. And let's move to the other side. Make sure I'm on a clean part of my plastic wrap. Just smoothing that down. I like to use the plastic wrap for smooth surfaces. Perfect. So cute. Look how cute that is. That is just so cute. Okay, now let's do the rest of our jar here. So I'm going to bring this in right about where this meets. Now, one thing I want to show you on this. Okay, this is a strip that I cut before I decided to use the border here. So I'm laying this down where it's right at the edge of the bottom of the border. Okay, and I'm going to make myself a little mark. I'm just using my friction pin for this because I don't want to have a lot of excess napkin bunched up on the bottom. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of making myself some registration marks here. So I'm just cutting away some of this excess. You don't have so much bunching up at the bottom because the jar rounds over the edge. See how it has a rounded corner? And again, I'm going to start kind of right here. The longer you can let your paint set a little bit. Whoops, I just flicked some Mod Podge over here. So sorry, little jar. Take that off. The longer you can let your paint set up on your glass jars, really the better. So I'm kind of, I probably, if I could have, I probably would have let my paint jar sit another few minutes. But I think it's going to be okay. And I like the wide mouth jars. The wide mouth jars are easier to napkinize than the small mouth jars, just so you know. Okay. Let's go ahead and take off our plies. Okay. I think I'm going to run some ribbon where these two pieces meet. So just kind of tap down in place. Just kind of tap. And let's see how we're going to meet up over here. Okay, I can see that I need to bring this down a little bit. I think at this point I'm just going to cut. Okay, that'll work. Okay, and I've got a little bit, again, a little bit of overlap here. So I'm going to cut away some of this overlap. I don't want to have too much overlap. I don't mind if it's a tiny bit, but I don't want much. I'm going to put down just a little bit right in here. Okay, so again, I'm not really smoothing right now. I'm kind of going down at the bottom because I want to make sure that I have enough Mod Podge down here to kind of go over this little This little rounded edge. Okay, perfect. All right, and I'm bringing back my plastic wrap. And I'm going to start smoothing. And so I smooth downward. You can kind of go across and down and bring that hand over where everything wraps. You're going to have a few little wrinkles down there just because it is curved, but it's going to look really nice. Bring it all the way around. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Now I do have a little bit of embossing on this jar right back here, but most of the time, once you've smoothed it all down, you don't really, it's not that, you don't see it that much, right? Because I'm not sanding over it. I'm just putting the napkin art right on top of it. So just smoothing, 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 and then making sure to bring your hand around that rounded edge at the bottom. Very nice. Oh, it's so cute. Isn't that so cute? So see what I mean by not having too much down here? That's why it's nice to just kind of cut and trim away that excess. So yes, you're going to have a few little, you know, it's just going to kind of, you might see a little wrinkle here and there going around that curve, but getting rid of all that excess so it's not all bunched up on the bottom of the jar, I think makes a big difference. Okay. So even though our paint has sealer in it, okay, even though our paint has sealer in it, we still need to seal the napkin, okay? We still need to seal the napkin art. So I like to just make sure this is a little bit dry. I want to make sure it's fairly dry. And then we're just going to put a really thin top coat, okay? Thin top coat. And then we're going to move back to the other glass container. Mason jars are so fun to decorate, you guys. And they make such cute little, could be, like I said, just cute functional containers or little gift containers or candy containers. I mean, I just think you can use them for so many different things. Okay, so now I'm sealing my napkin art. I want to protect it. And if I decide, you know, I want to do any pin work on it, I can. I don't think I will on this one. I don't think I really need to. But if you wanted to, you'd want to make sure, you know, again, that it's sealed. We can sparkle things if you want to sparkle your clovers or sparkle your hearts, if you're a sparkly person. And of course, we can embellish these with ribbon and all kinds of fun little accents. Okay. All right, I think we're pretty good there. Okay, so I'm going to let this sit, okay? I'm going to put this over here. We're going to let it sit and dry. I'm going to show it to you one more time. Look cute. Okay, we're going to put that over to sit. Now let's go back to this one. So one thing I want to show you is, honestly, you can get rid of your dry erase marker even just with your finger. Okay, you can use a paper towel if you want, but it just comes right off. You can use your leftover napkin plies. It just wipes away. Okay, it just wipes away. So whether it's your finger, a paper towel, I don't usually use anything wet. You don't need anything wet. Just a dry paper towel, you know, your, like I said, your finger, Kleenex, maybe even the tissue plies that you just took off. You could come in and do that if you want to. But yeah, I think it's just really, really cute. That's where I got my little drop of Mod Podge when I was clearly being messy. So let's fix that. And now we're going to put on our shamrock. So it's like a puzzle piece, right? It's like a puzzle piece. We're going to come put this back in. And again, I don't want you to worry if we have a little white showing. I'm going to show you how we can kind of fix that. It's a really easy fix. Okay. All right. So back to our Mod Podge. I'm going to try to kind of keep my Mod Podge here within my shamrock. Sometimes easier said than done. So we'll go back in and we'll kind of clean up some areas if we need to. And sometimes I just come in with a smaller brush to get around the edges. Just trying to not get too much on the glass. But if you do get it on the glass, I don't want you to worry about it. We can clean that up. You can clean it up a little bit with your hands, even before we get started, or we can clean it up after. Okay, so here comes my shamrock. So I'm going to kind of, don't press down anything until you're feeling okay about the placement. That looks pretty good. All right, there it goes. So you can see on my stem, I've got some extra white paint showing, right? I've got a little extra white paint showing. We're going to deal with that in just a minute. I'm going to grab another plastic wrap sheet. And again, we're going to start smoothing. I'm going to go kind of from the center out. So cute. All right, we're going to take this back off. Now then, if you have fingernails, if you have a toothpick, if you have, let's see, even like the end of a paintbrush, okay? Because the paint hasn't hardened yet, you can actually come in and just scratch it back off. Okay, so literally, it could be your fingernail. It could be, do you see how I'm just taking that right back off? See this piece right here? Okay, I'm going to take my end of my paintbrush because the paint hasn't hardened yet. It hasn't cured yet. You can do the same thing to help get off any, excess Mod Podge if you have a little too much somewhere. It's very, very simple to come in and kind of clean up these areas. See how clean that looks now? Really easy to do. Now, if I waited 48 hours, it would not be that easy to do because the paint would have hardened, right? It would have already hardened to the surface. So very simple. This is actually really easy using my paintbrush here, the end of my paintbrush. So very easy to go in and touch up. Now I do see a couple places where I did not get enough Mod Podge. So I see this piece right here. Look at that. Definitely missed a little area right there. So this is also a great time to go in and check. Let's make sure if anything needs a little touch up. Okay. A little touch up. You can just wipe away that excess that gets out, or we'll scratch it off. That feels good. All right, everything else seems to be okay, and that's what I do. I just run my finger over it just to see if I feel, oh, here's a little piece right here. And we'll just clean up that excess. So even if it's the Mod Podge, you can just kind of scratch that back off. Oops. So far I just got a little tear in my napkin. All right, that's okay. I'll show you how to fix that too. Okay, so do you see right there? I got a little tiny tear in my napkin. And some of you that wouldn't bother, some of us it would bother. I'm just going to show you how easy it is. Just again, coming in and kind of cleaning up. The quicker you clean up, the better. Okay, so I have a little bitty tear right there. So it looks like, remember this napkin has this little border. This napkin had this little border going around it. So I'm just going to fix myself just a little patch there. It looks like it's where the black kind of meets the green. So I'm just going to do a little patchwork. A little tiny bit of patchwork. Super easy. So I just kind of have my little patch. Whoops, just dropped it. Put down a little bit of Mod Podge here. And we're going to patch this right up. Tweezers help sometimes when we have to patch things up. There, no more hole. No more missing part. Okay. So what do you think about that technique? Yes, Leslie, this is our Lucky Me value pack. It's a value pack. These are napkins we will no longer have anymore. They're being retired. So we made a little value pack from them. They are lucky number 7 today, $7 for anybody that wants to purchase them. So if you like to put out a little bit of lucky decor, decorate a few things for St. Patty's Day, St. Patrick's, this would be a great bundle to create with. And now, because we put the paint underneath here, do you see how the Lucky is nice and white? It's nice and white. It would not have been, okay, it would not have been if we hadn't put paint underneath there. It would have been kind of clear, kind of frosted looking. I really like it being crisp and white, okay? Really nice, crisp and white. So our next thing on this project is, again, what do we have to do? Pop quiz. What do we have to do now? What's the next step? Let's see if you guys get it. We have to seal the napkin. We have to seal the napkin. So again, I'm going to use that small paintbrush, right? We're just kind of filling in. I'm only painting on top of the napkin. And I like kind of doing the edges first when it's a situation like this, and then we'll come in with the other brush and fill in the rest. We're going to seal this because I kind of think it might be pretty to do. I'm kind of thinking about using my gold Uniball pen, tracing the letters. I think that would be cute. So smaller brush to go around the edges. We're going to do our best to stay on the napkin. If you don't, it's okay. You can clean it up. That way it's all going to have the same finish. This is going to be so cute with my candy. Because sometimes I like to see inside the jar. And so I think this will be really helpful for those of you that like to use glass jars as containers. So I hope you have enjoyed these techniques, these tips of working with glass. Okay, so I think I've got all around those edges now, so I can go back to my bigger brush. There we go. Now I'm just kind of filling in. It will be milky. It's going to look a little milky, but it's going to dry crystal clear. So cute. All right. So now I'm going to put this one over to the side. We're going to let it dry. I'll let you see what it looks like from the back. See, this one has some writing on it too. Well, I don't know. I hadn't quite decided. I was thinking about putting another Lucky Shamrock on the other side. I'll do that later though. So you guys have already seen that part. So now let's make sure the Mod Podge is dry on this container. And then let's do a little decorating. Let's just add maybe some fun trim. Make sure it's really good and dry. I am using hard coat Mod Podge. Yes, Janet. the glass, stuff on glass usually dries really quickly. The glass kind of conducts the heat, so usually it dries really, really fast. Okay, so let me put something there to hold that straight. Let me look at my stash here. So I'm kind of thinking it might be cute to, I could wrap some twine around this middle part. I could add this cute ribbon around that section. This would be cute up here too, though. Kind of like that up there. Yeah, what do we want to do? Let's see what else I have over here. I have some gold, but I think I'm going to use my gold on my big jar. I think I'm going to use it on the big jar. Let's see what else I have. I just kind of pulled several different colors of greens. Oh, that's cute too. That really bright green. That's kind of fun. Okay. If I had my rickrack here, rickrack would be really cute around this little edge. I think I'm gonna go with the baker's twine here. I just think baker's twine is so cute. So I'm gonna start with some hot glue here at the back. Now I'm gonna go to the very back where I kind of have my overlap, and you'll be able to kind of see where the border meets the napkin. So I'm just gonna start by putting a little bit of glue down. Let's put glue down on a couple of places. We don't have to put glue everywhere. Yeah, there we go. And if I'm quick about this, my glue will still be tacky enough. So I'm coming down right next to this piece. I think I'm going to wrap it three times. Okay, so this is the third time. Okay, so here's where it will end. So if you work this pretty quickly, that is cute. Okay, that's cute, right? That's cute. I think that's really cute. So if I wanted to do something else up here on the top, I could come in and add, something else. I could come back in and add even more of the twine up here if I wanted kind of a top and bottom. I also have this polka dot. Let's see what you think about the polka dot here. Yeah, right? So cute with the ladybugs. Like this could stay out all spring. I mean, clovers are out not just in March. That's kind of cute, but it's kind of wide. I don't know if I mean, that's cute, but it's pretty wide. I think that one's going to be too wide. Let's go back to this one. See, I kind of like this one. I think I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to start again back here where we started before, where the overlap was, right? Kind of right back here. Put down some hot glue. And you don't need to put hot glue everywhere. We're just going to wrap around, and then I'm going to bring this kind of up. So it's, let me see what this will look like if we go up the edge. See if I like it. So I'm trying to stay like right under that rim. I don't know. I think I just like the one. I like just the one piece. Okay, so again, we're going to put down some hot glue where it ends. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Look how cute. That is so cute. I kind of like it, just the one. What do you guys think? I think that's so cute. All right, let's fill this up with some candy. And there is my candy. How cute. Now I could add a bow. I could add, cute bow, cute button in the center of the bow. If you have some little shamrocks in, little shamrocks or little four-leaf clovers, something else that you want to add onto it, you most definitely could. But what a cute little container for candy. I just think that's so sweet. Having a bow on it kind of helps you to know where the front is. So if I do add a bow, I would add a bow like this. Okay, I would do my little tribute style kind of ribbon like this. Take my finger right here at the center of the loop and bring it to the back. And then I'm going to tie it off with the twine. So it's kind of bringing the two together. Let me grab a clothespin. That might be a little bit big for a bow. Let's maybe pull this in just a little bit. We'll make the loops just a little bit smaller. All right, so that's going to hold it together for me. And I'm going to take the clip off, the clothespin off, and then make sure I'm in the center. Tie it off nice and tight. Here we go, and then I'll make another bow with my twine. I'm just pulling in the loops. That is so cute. All right, and then I'm going to cut this down a little shorter. Tie some little knots in the tails here. Yeah, these would be cute for all occasions, right? All different seasons, different holidays. If it was Easter, you could put little robin's eggs, robin egg candy, all kinds of things. There's my cute little bow. Okay, now I got to remember where was my, well, I'll just pretend like this is the front right here. I don't know where my front is anymore. Okay. So I could literally just go ahead and just pop that on. Maybe I should have waited and not put my candy in here first. Yeah, I'm just going to pop it on right about here. Put something cute in the center of the bow. Even a cute little red heart would be cute since there's red hearts on this. Little ladybug, a gold button. All right, and there you go. It's cute. I need to find something to put in the center of mine. All right, one jar down. I'll find something cute for the center of my bow. But such a cute little container. So cute. If you're not a bow person, then don't add the bow. You don't have to add bows. All right, let's go back to this one. So this is the one I was thinking about coming in and maybe having a little fun with gold. Okay, so this is a gold Uniball pen. Gold Uniball pens are great. They're one of my favorite like metallic golds. So if I wanted to come in, because I've sealed this now, right? I could come in and add a few gold accents. So I'm kind of going inside this clover right here. I could come in on the letters, I should say. So give me just a second and I'll hold this up so you can see. See how cute that would be. Love it. You don't have to seal this pen again. We're just adding in little accents of gold. Of course, you can add stickles if you want to sparkle anything. That goes for the other jar as well, right? Anything that you want to add some sparkle to. And you can come in and make this gold line as thick as you want if you go, if you do more passes. Here we go. So remember, with the Uniball pen, we will need the ink to be able to flow. So pressing down is not going to help it flow. You actually want to go lighter. You want to have a lighter hand with it so that Uniball on the end, that ball can roll. And that is how the ink flows. And you may have another type of gold marker that you want to use. Let's see here. But I like this because it's got that ball tip, that Uniball tip. So you can really get into, the fine details, accenting really fine details. Isn't that cute? Now, if you wanted to, you could also go around like the outside edges, of the shamrock. I'm not going to. I'm going to keep mine just right here where it is. I do see another little part right here where evidently I missed a little bit of Mod Podge. That's what happens when you're live. It's hard to, because I'm probably trying to go too fast. I always worry I'm taking up so much of your time. I want to be a good steward of your time. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this with the heat gun just to make sure that gold ink is nice and dry. And then I think I'll add some stickles to it. Let the lucky part sparkle. And then we're going to fill it with candy. Yeah. Isn't that pretty? We do carry these all the time. So if we don't have them right now, they'll be probably on our next truck. We get replenishments. It's something we carry all the time. All right, let's add some stickles. Let me see. Do I have some stickles on my table? Okay, I've got some back here. All right. So I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit of the stickles, and then I just kind of use the tip to go around. And it's hard to see stickles sometimes on camera. I promise they're there. It's just hard to see sometimes. I'm just going to bring it in, color. You could use a paintbrush to add this color, add the stickles if you want. But I usually just use the tip. Now this will take a little bit of time to dry, but I'm going to go ahead and put my candy in it anyway so you can see. And then I may go ahead and embellish this with some ribbon and stuff too. But I'll have to let my stickles dry at this point. Can you see the sparkle? I hope you can. I hope you can. All right, let's put some candy in here. I can add ribbon and stuff to this later. And I definitely will take pictures for you. Okay. Really cute. So fun. This little canister, but these little glass canisters are everywhere. I just happened to pick this one up at Walmart. And these are Rolos. Who likes Rolos? And I'm sure they'll be coming out with those little gold foil chocolate coins soon. That would be really cute. All right, you guys ready to see it? There it is, my lucky jar of gold, Rolo gold. Isn't that cute? So cute. So it is fun to be able to see what's inside, right? So just remember, you don't always have to paint the entire piece. And now you know some fun little tips and tricks on how to do that. And if you want to learn more about working with napkin art, okay? If you want to learn more about having fun, working with napkins, all of that, I want to invite you to the Napkin Club. We actually have some openings this month. So if you're interested in joining us in the Napkin Club, again, this one is so cute too. They're all just so fun with the ladybugs. Just adorable. So this is the one that was completely painted. So it just kind of shows you your options, right? So if you'd like to come and join us in the Napkin Club right now, the only way to join is through the wait list. I did send an email out to people on the wait list this morning, but I'm going to I want you to put your name on the wait list as well. If our open spots don't get claimed, I'm going to send out another email. Okay, I'll send out another email and you'll have the chance to come and join us. There's so many surfaces that we can apply napkin art to. You learned a lot today about glass. There's a huge long list more. Okay, there's so many ways that we can come in and have fun with our napkin art. So I hope you enjoyed watching today. Yes, did you enjoy it? I hope so. I thought it was really fun. I've had a great time with you guys. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our giveaway. Are you guys ready for it? One lucky commenter. Oh, I was going to show you the rest of what's in the bundle. Let me just do this real quick. So you saw this napkin, right? This is the big lucky napkin here. You saw this one, right? It's the little border. Look, there's even this. This one's another cute one with the ladybugs. So cute. This one is just nothing but shamrocks, which this is great because you could use it as a background or cut them up. Like and just use little ones here and there. I'm lucky and I know it. Some nice green, green with white polka dots. A lucky ladybug. This was my favorite ladybug. I can't believe we even have any of these left at all. I did this on a zipper bag and I love her. I love her. I also put her on a garden flag. I love her. In fact, I need to grab a couple of her before they're gone. A rainbow, in case you want to have a rainbow with a little pot of gold. A pretty green leaf. The green leaf really looks good with the ladybug, by the way. And more shamrocks here. So super, super cute. A Lucky Me bundle. This is what it looks like all packaged up, the Lucky Me bundle. So we're going to go ahead. Ladybugs are your favorite? I love ladybugs too. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we are going to give away live a lucky commenter here. Okay, share. All right, here we go. Let's see who's going to win. Debbie Harper, Debbie A. Harper. Congratulations to Debbie. You guys give a shout out to her and congratulate her. Thank you so much, Debbie, for watching and commenting. Debbie Harper, this is all that we need you to do, okay? We just need you to email us at info@misstraceycreates.com. info@misstraceycreates.com. We need to make sure that we have a correct address and all that good stuff so we can ship you your Lucky Me napkin value pack. It is Debbie Harper's lucky day. So congratulations to you. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope that you had fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try to lay these down a little bit so that you can see them one last time. And I hope you enjoyed learning about working and crafting, painting, and napkinizing glass. Okay? You guys have an awesome, awesome weekend. Just a little side note, I am going to be working a lot in, we just moved and I'm trying to reset my craft room. So don't be surprised if I show some pictures tomorrow, befores and afters. I might even go live. I don't know. I have got to redo everything because the configuration in the room is so different. So if you're, just bored and want to watch, you might want to just keep an eye on my page tomorrow. I think most of the work's going to happen in the afternoon and in the evening. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. All right. Thank you again for watching. Thank you guys over on YouTube for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel there. And if you're not following me on Facebook, I'd love for you to follow. Okay. Have a great weekend. You guys keep creating. Bye.